These videos were created for you to watch along. They'll teach you about client track so you know what's going on. So best of luck with all of your data. Now here's your HMIS system administrator. In this video, I'll be going over how to record case notes for clients within Client Track. Case notes is a great way to record those ongoing status updates you might have with a client. And it's very easy to do. You can see here on the Clients tab, there's an icon that says Case Notes under Case Management. So I'm going to go ahead and click on Case Notes. And you'll see an icon here that says Add New Case Note. So I'm going to click there. We have a date, which will automatically default till today's date. If this case note had originally been recorded or was from a different date, you can easily backdate it or change the date just by clicking on the calendar icon. It would automatically record this as being recorded by your username, so your username will automatically populate here. However, if you're just the one keying in this case note, but it's really for someone else's client in your agency, you can click the magnifying glass and choose a different user. The regarding is kind of the subject line, which just makes it easy to keep your case notes organized. So you can put whatever works out best and makes sense there. You've got some note types you can use, such as education, employment, skills building, or other. Right now, we're not really using templates. This might be something that is integrated into the system at a later time. This would basically give you an option of, based on the template, it would set the template for this case note and auto-fill in some information. Right now, by default, it's just going to have client name and have that person's name here listed. And then here's where you would be able to type in any case notes that you need to. Also, if you look down here, there is a way you can go ahead and record any services at the same time that you are giving this client on this same day. So, for instance, if I chose this, chose the grant, which would filter the different available services, I could then select the service. And now when I do this, when I click save, it's not only going to save a case note, but it's also going to record this service for the client. And if you're familiar with services in Client Track, regardless of what form you use to record the service, it all goes into the same place, so you don't have to record a service here and then go record a service on the standard services page. The purpose of it being here is just it allows you easy access to record both a case note and a service at the same time. So I'm going to go ahead and click save here. Something important to note about case notes, they are always just restricted to your agency. So when you add a case note, there's not going to be anyone from another agency that can see that. So that's just something to remember, where if you do that, you record a case note and you call another agency and say, hey, I put that information under case notes, they're not going to be able to see that, and that's for client confidentiality purposes. So here we can see we have recorded this case note and we have it listed here with the date, with the regarding, which, like I said, is kind of the subject line, what user, and then what agency. And as you add case notes, this list will grow and grow and grow and grow. You can click the blue arrow beside the case note to view it. You can also, if we go back here, you can edit it if you need to change something in the case note. You can also delete it. If you delete a case note, like most things in Client Track, it's what's called a soft delete, which means you can recover that if you need to by going to the recycle bin. and it'll list any deleted case notes. We can click this restore here and then exit the recycle bin, and we'll notice it's back here. One final thing on case notes, if we put a check mark by here, we can choose the print selected, and it will just bring up a screen that looks like this that would allow you to easily print those case notes. And you can print multiple case notes if you put a check mark by each one of them and hit print selected, so that way you can do several at a time. So that's case notes in a nutshell. As always, if you have any questions or trouble with case notes, you can always click help up here on the top right and submit an issue.